Hey, beautiful soul. Hey there, gorgeous souls. What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Lady Vasori, and let's have some chit chat today, shall we? Shall we? We're about to talk about some things. About to talk about some hardcore things, and I want to talk about what not to do in a spiritual store, or if you own a spiritual store, or what not to do as a practitioner in general. What not to do, okay? You would think that in 2024 that some people would know this, but this has to be talked about. Um, we need to talk about what not to do in a practice as a practitioner in your own spiritual store, what not to do. It is very very essential to always remember to respect the boundaries and the autonomy of others when it comes to like a personal spiritual walk and physical proximity. Cause bitch, I'm still on 6 feet to be truthful about it. I'm still on 6 feet. I don't know about y'all, but I am. Okay. This all stems from an interaction that happened to me on today at a spiritual store. And I was like, this is a good topic to talk about. Because I am a practitioner and because I have my own store and because I do help people with healing and I have clients. This is what I would never do. This is taboo. This is what you should never do in a spiritual setting or anything, guys. Before I get into this session on today, this little chit chat, let me introduce myself. My name is Lady Vasori. I am the owner and operator of an online spiritual Botanica called Visions by Vasori. I offer client works. I offer candle burns and rituals. Um, and there's three things about me. I'm all about healing, I'm all about happiness, and I'm all about harvesting. And that is just what it is. Um, Thank you for everybody subscribing to my channel. I see each and every one of y'all. I appreciate you. All of my new subbies, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel as well. I really appreciate y'all. I see all y'all messages. Now let's get into the situation at hand, the chit chat at hand about being respectful to people's boundaries and knowing when the time and when it's not the time to do things. Okay? One should never assume that they have the right to spray you, to cleanse someone else without obtaining their explicit consent beforehand, especially when you don't know me, especially when I'm not part of your collective, I'm not a part of your community, I'm not a part of your bloodline. We're not doing that. We be thinking about like it be like this some crucial shit that people act like they don't know. And I'm like, it's 2024, almost 2025, and we doing that. But when a Christian comes into your spot and does it, it's a problem. But this ain't even a Christian religious thing. This is a spiritual faux pas that needs not to be done. Well, at least not to me. At least not to me. And I set the record straight today. Um, so I always prioritize y'all clear communication because I have boundaries to me, and I'm gonna make you stand on them. I'm gonna ensure that all parties involved are on the same page. I'm gonna ensure that all parties involved are comfortable and respected in any given situation. And if you cross my boundary, you're going to know it. We got to maintain a mindset of mutual respect in this business. We got to maintain a mindset of consent in this business, because we all can create a safe and inclusive community for everyone to feel comfortable and valued. But what you're not going to do is ever disrespect the walk. But story time. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happened so we can flow on through this message. Okay. Today, I found myself wandering into one of my favorite, well, not a favorite store, but one of the stores that holds a lot of items that I need when I am doing client works and I need them. So I go to him. It's a place that I often visit in search of spiritual items and candles, mostly candles from that store, nothing else, but mostly candles. He has an array of candles that for all walks, pagan, um, uh, the 21 divisions, Lakumi, Ifa, Hoodoo, um, Palo. He just has a lot of different items in his store, especially candles. So when I go to his store, y'all know that I have my own Botanica as well. So when I frequent his store, it's something that I really need ASAP and I can't wait on it in the mail. So usually I'll go ahead and head over to his location to pick up my items. So today, I told my husband, baby, we need to go on over to the store. It's like a 30-minute drive or so. So when I got in the store, um, I go ahead and start finding what I need. As I step inside, I couldn't help but notice like it's always lackluster in that store. The energy, it's just blah, okay? It permeates through the space of that store. As if it's always as if there's a subtle emptiness in that store, a void where for me, I like vibrant and positive energy. It is neither neutral or positive, it's neither good or bad, it's just void. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Today, the store itself was very quiet, like it always is, with no sound of chatter or music filling the air. He doesn't do any music. It's just black. Now, there was a client in there, and that's all that it was when we went in there. Well, I went in myself, and it was just the lady and the owner. Okay. Overall, the atmosphere always feels muted. I feel as though if the walls themselves were absorbing any trace of the energy that could have brought the space to life, there was a noticeable, and it's always noticeable, it's an absent feeling of energy, always. And I've been in there several times, probably about 5, 6, 7 times. And it has always been that way. It has no smell. It has no vibe. It has no vibration. It's just muted. And I did notice that this man, he usually sprays around in his store, and he'll spray, and I'll be like, "What is that?" He said, "It's holy water." Oh, okay, cool. Nonetheless, he's done that before. Okay, but this today, it was different. Um, for me, the air is very stale and stagnant to me. As I browsed the shelves and I pursued the items on display, I got what I needed. I couldn't shake the feeling of like a disconnection that seemed to hang heavy in the air, but it's usually like that in a store. Um, It's as if the very essence of the store has been drained of any vibrant or spiritual energy, leaving it feeling like uninspired and lackluster. That's what I feel. That's the store that I was in today. I'm trying to paint the image so you can understand what I mean. Okay. So, in contrast to the usual buzz and excitement in the store and positive vibrations that a typical experience at other spiritual stores give you, you might get that that smell of them burning Palo Santo. You might get the smell of dragon's blood or lavender. But this particular store, no, of any smells, of any tone, of energy, just a regular low vibing store. Okay. We on the right page. Y'all understand the differences. So it was just, I don't know. I was just used to it. So I was getting my stuff, y'all. Just get my stuff, minding my business. And this is too why you should always cleanse your candles after purchase. I bathe my candles just like a baby. If you purchasing a candle from me, take this particular 7-day candle, I bathe it, or I put it in Florida water, or I bathe all the energy off of it before I dress and burn. This is the reason why we do this, okay? Cleansing all the energy. Now, despite the lack of vibrance from that store, I do purchase. He has good stock all the time. His prices are where I needed to be. I couldn't help but wonder what had caused the shift in the store's aura that I often feel. But of course, it may be who he honors. You never know. It may be how he feels in his walk. It may be just the energy of clients. I do know that he does work in the back, like spiritual work, where he does card readings and all of that in the back of his store. I have never been there, back there, but this store has a lot of options. So this is why I frequent that store. Listen, I don't judge nobody. I go in, go out, get what I need to get, and go on about my business. Okay. It's just a ghostly energy each and every time I go to that store. It's like a ghost town. Now, as I walk into the store today, everything seemed familiar. I knew exactly what I needed to pick up. Um, the owner, which is a Spanish man, he was in he was busy assisting another customer, which was a African American lady. I could tell she probably worked voodoo or hoodoo by the items that she was getting. So me and her probably was on the same page. So I took my time. I browsed through the various shelves and displays because he has a lot of different candles. I found myself standing in front of a collection of candles trying to figure out which I needed for the work that I had coming up. Suddenly, y'all, I heard a faint sound of spraying, just spraying. Then I felt like teeny droplets gently hitting my arm, shirt, and even my hair. So I'm just standing there. I was taken aback, and I'm trying to make sense of what was happening. It was odd. It was unexpected, and I couldn't help but wonder if the owner was spraying some sort of mist in my direction, or was he spraying it directly on me? And when I turned, he was directly spraying me with this mist directly on me, not her, me. So y'all, I'm trying to keep y'all know I cuss like a sailor. So I'm trying to keep classy on this. So I'm trying to do better with my life. I'm trying to hold back the cuss words because I want to get paid on YouTube one day. So I'm gonna be classy. So I stood there, y'all. I was frozen in confusion. I was unsure how to interact. My husband was outside, so I was kind of glad that he wasn't in there because I know that it would have been a whole World War II zone for that motherfucker. Ooh, for that guy. I'm keeping that in there. If my husband was in there. I was just froze, y'all. I was in confusion. I was unsure how to react to this because this has never happened to me. Never. Um, I tried to figure out, I was like, the fragrance of the mist surrounded me. It created like an atmosphere within the store because I don't know if he knew, but I was about to set it off in that entire store. I couldn't believe that this was happening, and I couldn't help but question his intentions. What are you doing? The are you doing? Okay. As I stood there, y'all, I contemplating my next move because I couldn't help but feel like a mix of should I slay his ass? Because I know he knows it's disrespectful. I was in between that and controlling myself, controlling my mindset, wondering how I could say this without pushing motherfucking go get him, like kill him. He then started directly spraying it on my shirt. Mhm. He then started spraying it directly on my shirt. And now I'm like, oh, you're a silly ass dude. You silly right now. So he didn't saw my face. Now I'm coming together like I'm finna attack. Like for real, you really spraying me with that concoction that I don't know what it is. Who ever told you that was okay to do that? As a spiritualist at that. So this is like minutes, like 2, 3 minutes. All these emotions were transpiring within 2, 3 minutes because I was about to, baby. So I'm giving you all these thoughts within a time span of 2, 3 minutes. Like I'm about to go all the way to fuck in. We're like right now, sick 'em. Mm-hmm. All right, I do cuss again. So why he spraying me on my shirt directly, and I'm looking at him like, oh, you silly. He then saw my face and said, oh, don't worry. He was like, oh, don't worry. It's holy water. Don't worry. You'll be okay. That's what he's saying. He's saying to me while he's spraying me on my shirt, like literally. Then he's spraying it over my head where it's going in my hair. And then minutes now, this is in seconds. And I looked at him in my face. It was the moment of asserting my boundaries and standing up for myself in a situation that was both bizarre and uncomfortable. And when he seen that he had went over my boundaries, he started apologizing, asking me, is there anything I can help you with? And I said, no. But what you can do is stop spraying me. Oh, you going to be okay? I said, no, I'm not going to be okay. Stop spraying me. I said, I don't know what you got going on. This holy water, but that's not my past. That's I believe in that, but I don't know what's in that fucking bottle, sir. I said, but you can stop spraying me, and I meant it. I meant that. When I tell y'all I'm a Libra, I'm a little bit more playful when I'm serious sometimes to let you know, okay, but I done bypassed all that and I was real dominant and I was really like, if you do not get the fuck up off my energy zone, proximity, bitch, you better. I was not laughing. I was about to tear his whole store the hell up. And that lady, I don't give a damn about none of that. Where do people get off feeling like in this walk in 2024, it's okay to be walking around spraying anyone with any foreign substance that I don't know about? You got me all the way fucked up. Now, I couldn't help but notice too the African American lady. She was minding her business, but I couldn't help but notice she approached me on the side after all this transpired because I know she heard me. I know she did. because I know she heard me. And she approached me sort of without saying anything. And she just looked at me. And the look gave me that she had a knowing in her eyes, as if she could sense something was amiss. And without a word, baby, she seemed to understand that the man was engaging in a practitioner no in the community. You do not do that. That you should never do as a practitioner, is to cross those boundaries. It was clear that she disapproved of his actions, and so did I. Like, she was looking at me like, oh my God. Like, I was fuming. Yeah, I was fuming. I feel as though that man's audacity, and he is the owner of the store, to spray me with an unknown substance without my consent was not only disrespectful, but it was also um a violation of my personal space. It was a violation of the spiritual community. It was a violation of everything that we ever taught in this walk. When I tell y'all, I firmly believe that no one has the right to invade another person's boundaries in such a way, regardless of the intentions behind it. It didn't matter what kind of water he was using. It didn't matter what beliefs he held about his power. What mattered was that he had crossed the line of no return. And you better never do that a fucking again, at least not to me. And then furthermore, the strange smell from the water he sprayed on me only added to my discomfort, y'all. I couldn't place the scent. It was something that was not familiar with me, or had I had ever encountered before. So it made me question the man's motives even more, and it only solidified that my decision to confront him about his actions were justified. Because y'all know in hoodoo, everything is justified. Has that ever happened to anybody? Put it in the comments, please. And if it has not, don't let it. Don't ever let it come to pass where you are a practitioner spraying other spiritualists or people in your store just because it's your store. Bitch, you done lost your everlasting mind. I don't know what you got going on. It's unacceptable. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's unacceptable. That is a faux pas in the spiritual community. And that is some things that we do not do. That is a thing that we do not cross that boundary. And that, it just made me like, that's what them Christians be doing when they come on my comment section. But it's a whole totally different vibe when someone is spraying an unknown substance on you, talking about it's holy water. Like, bitch, what is you got going on? Who? Again, y'all, it is never acceptable to impose your beliefs or your practices onto others without their consent. Y'all need to start respecting your having respect for personal boundaries, and mutual understandings are key in any interaction in the spiritual community. It is so very important, y'all, to always consider the feelings of those and the preferences, because I don't prefer to be cleansed by a random ass fucking person. That incident served as a reminder for me of the importance of communication and respect in our daily interactions in this walk. I do not do services that are not rendered. number one. And number two, I would never do a cleansing on anyone just because they look different or they coming in there. Listen, if it's your store, whatever his knowledge or makeup it was, it doesn't matter. If he was cleansing his store, bitch, you need to do that before you open or after you close or lock your doors. Don't be just randomly spraying people with shit. Now, I can go in the store and smell incense all day. You burning some type of to keep the. I can do that. I can take when you even spraying towards or creating an altar. I can do that. People do money altars all the time in their spiritual shop, and you throw money on their altar. That's a choice. But you gave me no choice by spraying me with your concoction, sir. And your energy in your store is so motherfucking low vibrational. Why would you even think to spray me? I guess he thought no harm, no foul, but baby, we talking about spiritual shit. That's that mundane shit. No harm, no foul. We on a spiritual level right now, and anybody that is walking with me, and you are um a rider, a V rider, and you walk with me, never let anybody do that to you. It's disrespectful, and you don't know what they're doing in their head. He could have been. Let me tell y'all something else about this dude. I usually frequent hoodoo store, but I was just had to go over that way. She don't sometimes have a big selection, so I ended up at the Spanish store. But long story short, every time me and my husband go to that store, he don't really have customers in the store. But what I do see is when I pick up my items, I always have a list most of the time. He's very pushy, and he's like stuff like you need $100, you can get $100 worth of stuff. I don't know if he was spraying me in order to do a working on me for money, like for me to keep me at his store. I don't know what the fuck he was spraying me with. But what you not gonna do is be spraying me with random ass fucking shit. And if you're cleansing your store, you need to cleanse your store and not my Ori. Cleansing. Cleansing rituals, y'all, are personal and sacred practices. It is always important to always ask for someone's permission before attempting to cleanse them. So remember to always respect boundaries and ask for consent before offering any kind of spiritual service in your store. Always approach spiritual practices with respect and mindfulness. Be mindful to your practice because everybody don't walk the same walk. Everybody, even though it's spirituality, it's certain sectors in spirituality. I'm hoodoo. I walk voodoo. I do voodoo. But hoodoo is my main practice. I'm not Palo. I'm not Santeria. I'm not Ephi. I'm not none of that. I just am very eclectic, and I mainly practice hoodoo. And within hoodoo, we do not allow any random motherfucker to spray anything on us or cleanse us just because you saying that's what you're doing. Okay? Y'all, let's walk in this community. We already have so many downfalls with the religious side of people of things of the mundane world that are very pushy and aggressive and in your comments and this and that, telling you you're wrong, telling you you're going to hell. And then you have a spiritual practitioner doing that shit. Mm-mm, 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 never. Okay? So guys, this was what we should not do in a practitioner, or if you have a spiritual business as a practitioner, what you should not do, especially not to other spiritualists and any clients that come into your fucking store is just randomly spray them just because you feel like you need to cleanse. No, ma'am. No, no, sir. Take that shit back. And baby, I'm a whole Libra. Y'all take my motherfucking I'm kind, but I will go if you tip my Libra scales, baby, you're gonna wish you never did. And that is my boundary. There's a couple of things that I don't play with. And my spiritual self, my ori, my positive vibe, I don't play no type of games with that. Okay? So y'all have an amazing day. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another video. I just had to come through with that one. That one was a major talking point in the spiritual community of, yeah, I can't ever do that again. And don't allow anybody to do that. Don't let anybody to choose how you want to walk, how you want to talk, how you want to pray, how you want to uh uh just honor all of that. It's your walk. Take bits and pieces, but don't allow anybody to come and just be disrespectful in your walk ever. All right? Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, support my channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching me. I love all y'all. I'll be seeing y'all comments, and I want to blow blessings of abundance y'all way. Y'all have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.